Right. So the Red Pen is an independent education consulting company that helps students plan their journey, whether it's school, college, postgraduate applications. Their admission consultants and experts aim to help students make informed choices while navigating the complex admission processes. So I'd like to quickly hand it over to Mehnaz without much ado. Over to you, Mehnaz.
Thank you so much, Janvi, for that lovely introduction. Hello, everyone. A very, very good evening to everyone present today. Thank you for joining us. And a little bit about myself. My name is Mehnaz. As Janvi said, I'm the Associate Director of the Undergraduate Services. Been with the Red Pen now for over 6 years. But a little bit about my own journey. I like to say that I've seen the education space from all three angles. As a student myself, I lived and studied in the UK since I was 13. I went to boarding school there, did my degree from the University of Manchester, and moved back to India. Worked as an education consultant for now over 25 years, started my journey in this space with a British company. And the part that I truly love is being a parent. I've myself seen my own son go through the process a few years ago, and I have a 16-year-old raring to go. So I'm bracing myself for that journey, but that in a nutshell is about myself. Let's get started with what we're here about, the Red Pen. As Janvi said, we are an independent education consultancy. We are based out of Mumbai. I'm sure everyone here is very aware of the education landscape and how the whole scenario is constantly evolving. Students have access to so much information, and I think with ChatGPT coming into play as well, there's so much information out there, and I feel sometimes for students it's almost very difficult to make the right choices. Our management, the CEO of the Red Pen is Kimberly Dixit. She has studied at Duke. She's done her PhD, and she's also taught writing at Stanford. Our president, Namita Mehta, has done her master's from the University of Oxford. And collectively, the both of them realized this gap in the education system and wanted to make this whole experience for the students a lot more enjoyable. And therefore, the Red Pen came into existence. A little bit about our service lines. We basically offer 6 different services that are designed to offer customized direction to students. We have boarding school services where we collaborate very closely with boarding schools around the world. So boarding schools in the UK, USA, Switzerland. We collaborate with students who aspire to join some of these esteemed boarding schools. We also offer early college planning. We have a pre-college advising team where we focus to prepare our students earlier on to getting a competitive application. We want to help them build a solid foundation ahead of time, thereby enhancing their competitiveness to the college application process and empowering them to kind of accomplish their own academic aspirations. We also have the undergraduate admission services, which I head. And this is the part of our services where we work very, very closely with our high school students on the various application components. As you all know, the US is by far the most popular and still for us continues to be the same. And the application components are varying and evolving. And so we work with students right from college research to identifying which are the right dream, target, and safety colleges. We help them with college essay preparation and eventually the final college selection. We also offer master's and MBA admissions. With a profound kind of understanding of the graduate level education, we offer specialized supports to individuals who might be looking at master's degrees or professionals even who might be looking at MBA programs. We are also in-house counselors at schools, the German school in Mumbai being one of those. We also like to work with schools very closely. We collaborate with them to provide in-house counseling services. We also provide personalized guidance, resources to support schools in whichever capacity they believe that we can help them with. Mani, can we move on to the next slide?
Yes, yes. Sorry, did it go ahead?
Perfect, thank you. We are a hybrid company, and we've always kind of believed in leveraging technology. And this wasn't just because of the pandemic. Even before that, as a company, we always believed that we wanted to make sure that our students didn't have to spend time traveling. So we always worked with technology and made sure that the process for our students was seamless. We are a large company, I'd like to say, about 120 consultants based around the world. We try and recruit our team members based on talent. Boundaries have never really restricted us. We like to seek team members who are experts in their respective domains. Our team of consultants are graduates from amongst the top 25 universities globally. We have consultants who have graduated from Oxford, Cambridge, Stanford, selective colleges like LSE, Manchester, and so on and so forth. Other than that, the other thing that is very unique about our consultants is that they are country specialists and possess kind of in-depth knowledge about the universities, their ethos, their application requirements and the processes. Each one is very familiar with the regions that are very, very popular. So whether it's the US, the UK, Canada, Europe, India, Singapore, and within those specific countries, we also have experts in areas like medicine, law, the creative arts. So whatever a student's interest might be, we like to say that we are one-stop shop. We've also worked with students on diverse majors ranging from the common ones like business and finance, computer science and engineering, and the more unique majors as well, perhaps like environmental sciences and creative areas like architecture and so on and so forth. We are also affiliated with organizations such as the IECA, IC3, IACAC, NACAC. All these various affiliations actually help us get firsthand information from counselors around the world about changing trends. They also help us kind of get tailored solutions for students. And one such example that kind of comes to my mind is about this one student that we had last year who wasn't actually getting the IB diploma, was just kind of scraping through his grades. Leveraging our contacts and our networks, I instantly got a solution from the admissions officer at Drew. They came back and they told me that Drew had a pathway program that the student might be interested in. And when we put this option forward to the student, obviously, they were very, very excited and, made sure that that student is finally studying there. So it just kind of makes the whole process a lot easier when we're able to reach out to people and find the right solutions for our students. Manik, maybe move on. So at the Red Pen, we believe that there are 5 key areas that students need to pay close attention to when preparing for their applications. We like to start by spending some time helping them fine-tuning their profiles. So we realize that each student is unique and we want to help them showcase their unique talents in the best possible manner. So our consultants team up with the students to help discover their strengths, weaknesses. We want to get a deep understanding of their passions and aspirations. And I like to say that when we are working on their profiles, it's almost like crafting a personalized highlight reel, if I may like to say, for their dream colleges. So a lot of our focus is on helping them stand out from amongst the cohort. The next process is, of course, college research. We want to make sure that we help them find the right college. We want to make sure that they're spending enough time asking themselves the right questions. So we dive into college research and selection. Our team does their own homework, considering everything from academics to campus vibes. Moving on, I think essay application support is also a key area. And we like to spend a lot of time brainstorming, ideating. We all know that college essays can be nerve-wracking. And more often than not, students are typically applying to more than 12 or 15 colleges, which does mean multiple essays and a lot of time management. So we like to make sure that this process is handled as seamlessly as we possibly can. Our content specialists are dedicated to helping the students brainstorm unique ideas and tell their stories in as creative a possible manner as we can. We also bring to the table our experience in terms of helping students prepare for interviews. We want to make sure that the students kind of shine in this process. We conduct mock interviews, we give them feedback, and we help them fine-tune their answers. And of course, when you're actually working with them on this process, their confidence levels are building up. And when they're actually in front of the admissions officers, whether in person or whether virtually, they are in a better position to be able to answer any question that is thrown at them. Finally, the college selection process. We like to help our students weigh in on their options. We help them compare offers, and finally help them find the perfect fit. We want to make sure that their 4 years at the university is going to be happy 4 years. So we want to make sure that we are kind of digging into what they really want, and they're helping them finally attend the college where they are going to shine. I'm going to spend some time talking a little bit about our different service lines and give you a little bit of an understanding of what we do within those various service areas. I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about our boarding school. Within the boarding school space, I'd like to say that we've kind of been the pioneers. We've been working with students since the last 5 years. We work with students right from grade 4 up until grade 10. Most students like to look at these options post grade 8 or for grade 11. In every year, I'd like to say on an average, we send about 50 students to schools in the UK, US, and Switzerland. The admission process for these schools can be a little bit complex, and it does mean that parents and students have to be walked through the various processes, and we help them understand what the requirements are. Some schools may require standardized tests like the PSAT, or for the UK, like the UK ISET. In addition, sometimes they might want to get a better understanding of students, so there might be additional tests for math and English. And students actually need to start preparing for this process a lot earlier. There might be interview processes which would require a lot of planning, a lot of prep. So our team likes to spend a lot of time with the students, brainstorming with them on their personal statements, on their interviews. Over the last 5 years, I'd like to say that over 97% of our applicants have received offers from multiple schools. We have been working with over 80 plus boarding schools worldwide, and our consultants have visited over 100 global campuses and are able to provide in-depth understanding of those campuses to our parents who might be interested at sending their children at an earlier age. This is just a snapshot of the boarding schools that our students have been admitted to. Of course, all of them very, very competitive. So whether it's Sevenoaks, Harrow, Cheltenham, this is just to give you an idea of the colleges that our students have been admitted to in 2023. Our pre-college advising team is essentially working with students right from 8th grade. Our mentorship program is aimed at helping students who want to actually help themselves and prepare themselves earlier on to kind of shine in the applicant pool. So they want to make sure that they have a standout profile. To help them do this, at the Red Pen, we assign them dedicated mentors that create roadmaps for our students. We don't really have a cookie cutter kind of model. We want to make sure that we are creating a personal roadmap for every student. We want to make sure that there isn't a checkbox. More often than not, students come and they talk to us and they say, do I need to do community service? Do I need to play a sport? Do I need to excel in art? But as we all know, there isn't really a checkbox. What is really important is for students to pick out 3 or 4 activities that they truly love. And what we like to do at the Red Pen is help them kind of showcase depth within those different areas. So we concentrate on helping them through various phases, from exploration to elevation to curation, and finally personalization of these various activities. Our track record with our pre-college advising students has been phenomenal. More than 95% of our students have been admitted to competitive summer programs such as YYGS, SUMAC. We also have over 150 plus affiliated partners that offer enrichment programs. So regardless of what our students are really interested in, whether it is STEM, whether it's business, whether it's art, music, we're able to connect them with the right service providers to help them work on their own passion projects or help them work on research ideas. Within our mentorship program, we also have 50 plus inbuilt workshops. So these workshops could range from academic exploration workshops to creative writing workshops to giving students an understanding of how they can excel in the application process. So all these various workshops are being conducted on a monthly basis, and our students have access to our alumni. They have access to our larger team that can be pulled into various conversations regardless of what their relevant questions might be. Students that might be interested in areas like biochemistry, computer science, and want to get an in-depth understanding about what it means to be studying some of these majors at colleges. We try to rope in students who are currently at universities. We also try and rope in students who are currently working in these various areas, so that our current students who might be applying for these competitive programs can get first-hand knowledge about what it's going to mean to be studying these majors at college, and finally also what it means to be working in this area. Our undergraduate services is obviously very close to my heart, and our track record, kind of speaks for itself. This particular year in 2023, we've had over 85 of our students being admitted to Ivy League colleges, to competitive colleges in the UK like Oxford, Cambridge, LSE, Imperial. I can go on and on. But again, it's not just the US and the UK that we specialize in. We've had, multiple admits to Canadian colleges, to Indian colleges that are really, really close to my heart as well. So just to give you all an understanding, we are able to help our students, apply to multiple destinations. Countries like the Netherlands I've seen is really growing in popularity. So, if somebody is really interested in that, we're more than happy to help guide them. We've also been able to support our students with unique majors, but not just about helping students getting admitted to some of these competitive colleges. We've also been able to help our students secure a sizable amount in terms of scholarships. And again, here, I'd very quickly like to share a story which is very personal and kind of shows how invested we get with all our students. last year, we had a young lady from Kuwait, and her father had lost his job. And right from the very start, he had told us that, if my daughter doesn't get a scholarship, it's going to be very difficult for her to fulfill her dream of studying in the US. Now, of course, this particular student had the right data points. She was the head girl in her school. So in terms of her talent and her voice and her data, everything was kind of checking the right boxes. We, however, took it upon ourselves. We made sure that we prepped her for the interviews. We made sure that we introduced her to the admissions officers. And I'm very proud to admit that she is going to be starting her undergraduate journey at University of Notre Dame this September. So again, just to give you all a little bit of an understanding, we do invest a lot of time in making sure that the students are achieving their dreams and their goals. And that's what's really true to us as an organization. Mani, can I move forward?
Yes, one sec.
This is again a snapshot of what I was talking about. So we've had admits to Yale, Harvard. In fact, last year we had 3 admits to Stanford. So year on year, our results kind of speak for itself. And you can see that we have admits to colleges around the globe. Institutional support is what I was talking about a little bit earlier. We, of course, are in-house counselors at the German school in Mumbai. But other than that, over the last few years, we've forged strong partnerships with schools, both nationally and internationally. And we provide comprehensive support in various capacities. We've been conducting workshops to help students get understanding of their academic passions. We've also delivered specialized training sessions for interview preparation. We've conducted information presentations covering global application processes, applications to medical schools. We've also done personalized one-on-one sessions with students, guiding them through the process of college shortlisting. If any schools have any distinct and specific requirements, please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to help you in any capacity that we possibly can. These are some of the schools that we worked with this past year. In fact, at Shiv Nadar School, we did a workshop just a couple of weeks ago where we spent a lot of time with their 9th graders doing a SWOT analysis, giving them an understanding of the academic pathways. These are the pictures from our workshop. We also worked very closely with schools in Mumbai, like Cathedral, like Next School. Again, there we were kind of doing one-on-one sessions with their students. We did short 20-minute sessions just to give them an understanding about the kind of colleges. We helped them bucket the colleges in different boxes, whether the colleges were fitting into their dream box, their target boxes, or eventually in their safety boxes. These are pictures from our boarding school event that we did. I think it was at the beginning of the year. We regularly conduct boarding school events. In fact, we have one coming up in October, where we are going to be representing multiple boarding schools from around the world. And these boarding schools are basically going to be in Mumbai and in Delhi, and are going to be doing one-on-one sessions with families to give them an understanding of the school environment, whether they are looking at schools in the UK, whether they're looking at schools in Switzerland. So giving them an understanding of the curriculum, the extracurricular offerings, and some of them are also available to make spot offers to students that might be interested. The dates for our boarding school is the 7th and 8th of October. So if anyone is interested, please feel free to send their students, or if you would like to visit us, it'd be really nice to meet everyone in person. Manik, can you? Yep, this is just a few pictures. Thought that would be entertaining rather than me making this a monologue, a few entertaining pictures for everyone. We also have our flagship summer programs fair. This is something that we started, I think, in 2020. That's the first time we did a summer programs fair in Mumbai. That particular fair was attended, I think, by more than 800 students and parents. We had almost 37 Indian and international partners. Of course, then we had the pandemic and that kind of dampened everything, but we didn't kind of let this whole thing take a back seat. We made sure that we continued with our summer programs fair. Only this time we did the summer program virtually. This time, of course, we focused on a global audience, and we reached out and had over 1,900 registrations, and we had about 35 partners in our virtual summer school fair. We are planning our summer school fair in January. That's the 13th and 14th. And we plan to have it in 2 cities, in Mumbai and Delhi. And if anyone here would like to be a part of the summer school fair, please reach out to us. There are several different categories in which people can participate. Categories kind of range from areas like business, STEM, art, volunteering. It is possible to get speaker slots. We also are happy to write blogs and help you kind of reach out to a larger audience. By participating in our summer school fair, I think a big advantage for people is that you are able to reach out to more than, I'd like to say, 1,500 interested parents and educational professionals across 2 different cities. You will be able to kind of expand your mailing list. We will be sharing information about the students and families that visit your booths. And so you are able to reach out to them and give them information about your products as well. Journey to college. I think this brings me to the end of my part of the presentation. Our Journey to College event, again, is something that is really close to my heart. Year on year, we kind of mentor students, and we have a confidentiality agreement with them where we can't really share their information with other students. But this is the one time that we actually request our students to come and speak to other students, to motivate them, to encourage them. We want to make sure that our aspiring students are hearing firsthand from the students that have been admitted to some of these competitive colleges about the power of collaboration and the beauty of diversity, and what these students essentially did in high school that helped them stand out in the application process. We had our Journey to College event in Mumbai and Delhi last month, and I don't know if we have pictures, but we had a house full, and we had students who were admitted to Yale, to Cornell, to Tufts, Parsons, to University of Toronto, Ashoka, everyone kind of sharing their insights and their stories to make sure that they're giving enough information to other students who might be looking forward to their undergraduate journey. And with that, I think that brings me to the end. This is just a little bit of an understanding of how you can actually work with us. We're very open to conversations. If you would like us to come to your schools and present and help in any form of workshops, do reach out to us. We do partner with universities. We help represent them. We help them organize information sessions. We also, as I said, do a lot of enrichment programs like summer programs fair. So if anyone is interested in any of these opportunities, please do reach out to us. Thank you so much. And Manik, may I request you to take over?
Sure. Thank you very much, Manas. Hi and good evening, everyone, for sparing time this evening. Thank you, Janvi. Thank you, Bhakti, for giving us this opportunity. My name is Manik Bhargav. I manage the postgraduate admissions and MBA service line at the Red Pen. My quick 2-minute introduction is I come from the industry. I have about 25 plus years of corporate experience, out of which close to about 15 years is in various capacities in different kinds of education-related sectors. At the Red Pen, I have recently taken over the postgraduate service line. Mehnaz did mention a lot about how we work. It's the same process that we follow for postgraduate admissions as well. We have a very exhaustive team-based approach where we help applicants to, and we have, program country-specific experts who help an applicant to identify the right kind of program, country, curriculum. A lot of postgraduate students who come to us usually come to us more to understand what they should, how they should look at their career going forward, rather than coming to us with specific requirements of, for example, I wish to do masters in a particular field. I haven't yet come across somebody who says, okay, this is what I want to do. It's usually more to help and guide them in what they should choose, how should they look at their career. And I think this is where my industry experience comes into picture. And, that's the value add I bring to the table. Just to give you some statistics again, this is how our numbers look like. 200 admits to about colleges in 10 plus countries, 1,200 applicants that went in the last 3 years. 99% of applicants did receive great offers. In terms of scholarships, close to over 400,000 in scholarships. Behind all this is a very focused, dedicated team that is highly invested, that is very research oriented, and kind of helps the applicant from start till the end. Okay, some universities where our applicants got admissions last year and in the previous years, these are some well-known universities, just to give you all a sense of what we do for our postgraduate admissions. MBA admissions, again, something very, very close to my heart, because I've been handling MBA admissions for the last 1.5 years at the Red Pen. I can say from my own experience that, again, we follow the same team-based approach. We have a team of consultants, close to about 25 of them, spread across different countries, who they themselves are graduates of global business schools and have an industry experience of close to about 10 to 12 years. So what they really bring to the table when they talk to an MBA applicant is not only what they need for what they need to do in terms of their profile for the MBA application, but also how they should look at their career journey after completing their MBA. So what they really talk to them about is how to reach your dream destination or a dream college, how to reap maximum benefits when you're on the campus, and how should you look at your career after you graduate from an MBA school. So this is a very holistic advice that the team is able to give, more because they are not only, they are a great combination of academics and industry experience. So that is what the MBA admissions team really brings to the table. Again, the numbers kind of speak for themselves. 94% of applicants have received offers to their top 2 choices. Last year was an amazing year. 100% applicants received interview invites from at least one program. It was, and the season starts at this time actually for the MBA applications. So now is a time when we kind of, almost divorce everything around us, bury our heads in the applications and start prepping for the application season. Round 1 deadlines start from September onwards. majorly for US schools. So, I mean, this is a lot of hard work of the team that goes into showcasing these numbers. Again, close to about 1.5 million plus in scholarships. That is just to kind of show what we really do. Some of the top schools worldwide where we have been able to place our students. Just to tell you all, when it's Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, there is a separate dedicated team that takes care of the applications for HSW. M7 is another specialized team. So primarily very focused experts who work on specific applications. We guide students not only while preparing their application, but if it is to do with building their profile, if it is to do with helping them understand their LORs, helping them understand who their recommender should be, it's entirely done by our team. Thank you very much. That's it from our side. I think this has been one-way talking. I would like to throw the floor open to everyone here who have spared the time to come this evening. And please ask us as many questions as you want to. And do take a screenshot of the screen in case you wish to contact us. And I do look forward to hearing from all of you, or many of you at least, and would look forward to any collaboration that we can do. So questions, please. Did we get any in chat? Let me check.
Not yet, Manik.
Not
So
yet?
everyone,
Okay.
please feel free to ask your questions. They'll be more than happy to answer.
Or you can write to us as well. If there aren't any at the moment, we would be very happy to reach out to you.
Question that comes to my mind is, obviously just to get the counselors thinking, I know there's school counselors here. How does the team collaborate with the schools? I mean, is there a data protection policy? I know that's a concern when you have independent consultants going into schools, right? So that does become a point of concern for the management. How will we collaborate? All of that. So if you can throw some light on that, Menas.
Great question, Janvi. So we've kind of collaborated with different schools in different ways. So when we're doing these larger workshops, basically we've been invited by these schools to come and present. At that point, we don't really have any access to the students' information. We just go there and we are giving the information that is making the life of the school counselors a lot easier. So we kind of work in that capacity. So the data protection issue really doesn't come into play. We're just there, we're helping the school. And if as a result, people know the red pen and they sign up with us, that's a completely different issue, right? So that's mostly how we work. With students, with schools that actually sign us up for these one-on-one conversations, those are paid engagements. And at that point, again, we go into the school, we do the sessions there. We don't really engage with the students after we come out of the premises of the school.
So there is a question, what kind of workshops can be done at schools? Are these hands-on in nature?
Yeah, so again, these are very specific to what the schools want. We've done a wide range of, presentations, workshops. We've done workshops specifically for college essay writing. We've done workshops where we've done case studies. We've kind of taken a few student case studies. Some might be students who've applied for computer science, business, and given the students like a blank slate and told them to kind of tell us what they feel they need to do in terms of the data, what they need to do in terms of the talent, and eventually how can they put all these experiences into their application. So we've kind of done workshops that are case study based. We've also done workshops where we've kind of given them an understanding of what profile building means and how they can actually map out their own profile over the next, 3 or 4 year trajectory. We help the students kind of set their own SMART goals. We help them review, their own projects that they've done. So we've worked in that capacity. We've also done presentations which are focused in niche areas, more so for medicine, for Oxford and Cambridge applications. So again, these can be tweaked depending on what the schools want.
Great. Thank you for that, Mehnaz. There are a few other questions that have come in.
Janvi, sorry, Nilima has raised her hand.
Yes, exactly. So, Nilima, can you go ahead and unmute yourself?
Yeah,
And then
hi,
we'll
good
do the
evening.
questions in the chat.
Hi, Nilima.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. So thank you for this wonderful session. This was really enriching. And before I, ask my question, I saw you shared IC3 as your partner, and I'm glad to share that I'm right now attending a residential week at Plaksha. I'm in the 9th cohort.
Wow.
In fact, we have ended with it today only, and I was at the airport, and I couldn't have used my time more productively than this. So thank you for the session at the right time. So,
Great.
yeah, so thank you for that. So do you want me to write my question on the chat, or shall I ask you
You can
that
just
here?
ask. Please ask.
All right. So I just wanted to know more about the summer program fair, because I have a lot of students who would be interested in that. So if you can just tell me a little details about that.
So the summer programs fair, this year we are going to be hosting that in January. In Mumbai and in Delhi. I'm not really
Okay.
sure if we've actually figured out where we are going to be doing it.
Okay.
But again, at the summer programs fair, we have a large number of partners that exhibit. They talk about their different programs. Some of them actually take speaker slots and talk about why the particular program is going to help a particular student in their academic enrichment or non-academic enrichment. So depending on what the student is looking for, anyone, I'd say from 6th grade to 11th grade can benefit by attending the summer program.
Right. Grade 6th onward, that's great.
Yeah, grade 6 onward. So lots and lots of things that students can actually do to kind of get a better understanding of what they truly like. There are things as simple as hobbies that they can get involved in, or deeper, meaningful things that could be research projects. Again, so wide range of offerings.
Great opportunity for the kids. So I shall be attending this certainly in Delhi, I believe. Yeah. Okay.
Please do, and please do share the information with the students and
certainly. So I'll write you a mail maybe when I'll have some concrete information as to where the event would be, the venue and everything. Then probably I'll share it with the parent community and also the students.
Lovely. That would be great.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Also tell us which school you're from, just for context for Mehnaz and Manik.
Yeah, certainly. So sorry, I didn't tell you that earlier. So I'm from MHG Global School, Gurgaon. So ours is an IB branch. So they have 3 schools in Gurgaon. 2 are CBSE, and the one I work with is IB, and I work there as a high school counselor.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
So, Mehnaz and Manik, the next question is from Anjali. Do you help with SAT, ACT preparation?
No, we don't.
Anjali, we don't help with test prep, but we partner with some test prep coaches, which we can guide students if they wish to reach out to them.
The next question is, do you have a plan to start an office in Rajasthan or Gujarat to enhance your reach to the students?
This is so tempting.
That, yeah.
This is very tempting. We would love to. I'm not sure if we have that on our radar, but I think this instigates me to take this to my team and figure out if we can have a presence in the colorful Rajasthan and the very colorful Gujarat.
We've actually done a few sessions.
I think
in Vapi. And we do plan to kind of take this a little bit more seriously, but in terms of opening an office, there isn't any plan as such.
But we do have some presence. We do some activity there, right,
I
Mena?
will be more than happy to come and do information sessions. If
Yeah.
anyone would like to, I'm more than happy to send team members or come myself as well. So please again, reach out to us.
Next question is, are these workshops free for non-partner schools? I think they mean by schools you're not supporting as institutional partners.
Yes, so again, these do vary in nature, but yes, we do a lot of free sessions for schools, like the ones that we've been doing at Shiv Nadar. They've been free for the students. But if we are doing really specific, workshops, more so essay writing workshops that sometimes need to span over a few days, at that point, there might be a minimal sort of commercial engagement. So it is very specific to individual needs. But we're very happy to come and do free sessions.
Great. And I know there's still a lot of questions coming in, so we're going to go through that really quickly in the best interest of time. For MBA courses, does Red Pen work only with students after graduation, or even experienced working professionals can take the Red Pen services?
Puneet, hi. Yes. So we do work with experienced professional as well. My personal expertise is in executive MBA and executive programs. So working professionals have two choices. They have a degree offering programs of executive MBA. They also have certificate awarding programs called executive programs. We support in all kinds of management programs that one would want to take up. And do reach out to us if you have anyone, or if you know anyone who wants to take up those.
Great. Any more questions? They're still here for a couple of minutes before we wind up. Actually, I have a question that I know the answer to, but I think in the best interest of everyone. You did talk a little bit about the Oxford and Cambridge prep, Manas. I am not sure to what extent everyone here is aware of that particular service. So would you like to talk a little bit about that?
Janvi, you mean in terms of how we can come and do presentations for schools?
No, just the additional services that you offer in terms of interview prep and, how that entire service is offered.
Yeah, so actually with our Oxbridge students, our president, Namita Mehta, makes sure that she is very, very closely involved with those students. So she kind of works with them in terms of interview preparation. We have a whole team dedicated to this process. So Janvi, you know how much it requires in terms of making sure that the students are familiar, not just with the content, but making sure that their thought process is right? So a lot that is actually being done behind the scenes. We also spend a lot of time, working on their personal statements with them. We also make sure that they are spending enough time prepping for tests where required, doing the right kind of reading. So a lot of work that needs to kind of begin earlier on if you're looking at Oxford and Cambridge, or even medicine, right?
Right. So much to do in terms of the deadlines being much earlier. So yeah.
Yeah, it's literally around the corner right now.
Absolutely.
I can't believe that the whole cycle is upon us yet again.
Already.
Yeah.
Already. Now it's heads down and working with the students.
Right. And my last question, I promise, for the evening is going to be maybe throwing some light on the boarding school services. I know some of these boarding schools have individual placement tests that you touched upon, like English, math, maybe another social science. Do you help conduct these tests, or, what is your involvement in the program?
We do not prepare the students for these tests. Just like Manik said, we are not experts in preparing students for the test, but we again partner with test prep partners who we can guide our students to, so they can work with them. We are authorized test centers for a few boarding schools, so we do conduct the tests in our office as and when required. But by and large, that's the scope in which we are kind of involved with this test, Janvi.
Great, thank you. And there was a question that I just answered on your behalf. Do you help with Indian boarding schools? And the answer is yes. They did speak about it extensively in their presentation, and the recording for the same will be made available, as and when possible by Bhakti and Ankur, maybe in the next day or two. But thank you everyone for joining. If there aren't any questions, then we're all free to continue with whatever else that we have planned for the evening. But thank you again, Mehnaz and Manik. This was a really insightful presentation, and I hope everybody is going to be able to leverage the kind of services you guys offer. So thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
Janvi. Thank you,
you.
everyone.
Janvi.
Enjoy the Friday evening. And I look forward to hearing from most of you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.